Tonight we dive into the eerie world of unsolved messages in bottles. These are not just any messages, but letters that have crossed oceans, carrying with them tales of horror and mystery. These are the messages that were never meant to be found, the ones that carry a darkness that chills you to the bone. Our first tale begins with a bottle found on a desolate beach containing a message that would haunt its finder forever. Picture this. A young woman, let's call her Anya, is walking along a secluded stretch of coastline. The sun is starting to set, casting long, eerie shadows across the sand. The waves crash rhythmically against the shore, a constant and unsettling soundtrack to her solitary walk. Anya is lost in thought when she spots something glinting in the fading light. It's a bottle, half buried in the sand, its glass worn smooth by the relentless ocean. Curiosity piqued, she bends down and picks it up, brushing away the grains of sand. Through the cloudy glass, she can make out something inside, a rolled-up piece of paper yellowed with age. Intrigued, Anya tucks the bottle into her bag and hurries home, eager to uncover its secrets. Back in the warm glow of her apartment, Anya carefully extracts the message from its glass prison. The paper is brittle, threatening to crumble in her hands, the ink faded and smudged. As she gently unrolls it, a musty, almost sweet smell wafts up to her, the scent of time and decay. The message itself is short, barely a paragraph, written in a hurried hand. It reads, "They are coming. No time. God save us." Anya reads and rereads the message, a shiver running down her spine. Who wrote these words, and who were they so desperate to warn? The message was undated, unsigned, offering no clues to its origin. Could have been a prank, but something about the frantic scrawl felt all too real. Anya couldn't shake the feeling that this message was a window into a moment of terror, a final desperate cry for help lost to the sea. Days turn into weeks, and the message in the bottle becomes an obsession. Anya can't let go of the mystery, the unanswered questions gnawing at her. She spends hours online researching maritime history, shipwrecks, anything that could offer a clue to the message's origin. Sleep offers no escape, her dreams haunted by images of stormy seas and sinking ships, the desperate faces of sailors lost at sea. Driven by a need for answers, she returns to the beach where she found the bottle, hoping for some sign, some clue that could lead her to the truth. The beach is deserted, the wind whipping at her hair as she walks along the shore, the waves crashing at her feet. Was the message a hoax, a cruel trick played by fate? Or was it something more, a genuine cry for help that went unanswered? Anya may never know. The message in the bottle remains a haunting reminder that the ocean keeps its secrets close. Anya's story serves as a warning to those who dare to uncover the secrets hidden beneath the waves. For the ocean is a vast and unforgiving mistress, and sometimes it's better to leave her mysteries undisturbed. The second message in a bottle was discovered by a fisherman, but what he read inside would make him wish he had never opened it. The salty air stung his face as he cast his net, a familiar ritual performed countless times before. But this day, this seemingly ordinary day, would be etched into his memory forever. His name was Finnegan, a man weathered by the sea, his hands calloused, his face tanned and creased from years spent battling the elements. He lived a solitary life, his only companions the gulls that circled overhead and the endless expanse of the ocean. As he hauled in his net, he noticed something caught amongst the glistening fish, something unexpected and out of place. A bottle, its glass a murky green, bobbed on the surface, a cork jammed tightly in its neck. Intrigued, Finnegan reached out and plucked the bottle from the water, the cold glass sending a shiver up his arm. As he turned it over in his hands, he could see a shadow of something inside, a rolled-up piece of paper, its edges brown and frayed. Curiosity got the better of him. He used his calloused thumb to pry open the bottle, the cork releasing with a soft pop. The scent of salt and something else, something acrid and unpleasant, wafted from the bottle, making him wrinkle his nose. Carefully he extracted the message, his rough fingers surprisingly gentle as he unfurled the fragile paper. The ink was faded, barely legible, the handwriting spidery and uneven. It was a list of names. Each name was accompanied by a date, and beside each date was a single chilling word: gone. Fear, cold and clammy, crept up his spine. The list felt heavy in his hands, weighted with a significance he couldn't quite grasp. Who were these people, and what had happened to them? Were they lost at sea, victims of some maritime tragedy? The questions gnawed at him, demanding answers. He searched the bottle again, hoping for another clue, a scrap of paper, anything that could shed light on the cryptic message. But the bottle offered nothing more, only the echo of its chilling contents. The names on that list became a haunting presence in his life. He tried to forget, tried to tell himself it was just a cruel prank, a morbid joke tossed into the sea. But the fear lingered, amplified by the vastness of the ocean. The realization that out there beneath the waves, secrets lay buried, secrets that sometimes found their way back to the surface. Chapter 3. The Ghostly Plea. The final story is perhaps the most terrifying of all. A bottle washed ashore with a message that seemed to be a cry for help from beyond the grave. The storm had raged for days, the relentless waves crashing against the rocky shoreline, the wind howling like a banshee. When the storm finally subsided, leaving behind a trail of destruction and debris, a solitary figure emerged from a nearby cottage. Her name was Elsie, an old woman who lived a simple life. Her days spent tending her garden and watching the tides ebb and flow. The storm, however, had stirred something within her, a sense of unease that clung to her like the damp sea air. Drawn by an invisible force, she walked towards the shore, her feet sinking into the wet sand. The beach was a chaotic scene, littered with seaweed, driftwood, and the remnants of unfortunate sea creatures. But amidst the wreckage, something caught her eye, something that shimmered faintly under the pale sun. It was a bottle, its glass a deep emerald green, almost black, lying half buried in the sand. As she picked it up, she felt a strange chill run through her, a prickling sensation that made the hairs on the back of her neck stand on end. The bottle was cold to the touch, unnaturally so, as if it had been pulled from the depths of the ocean itself. Curiosity, or perhaps something more, compelled her to pull out the cork, which came loose with unexpected ease. A musty, almost ethereal scent wafted from the bottle, a smell like old books and forgotten memories. Inside, rolled tightly, was a piece of parchment, yellowed and brittle with age. The ink was faded, but the words were still legible, written in a flowing script that spoke of a bygone era. The message was short, a plea scrawled in a desperate hand, lost at sea. "Please tell my family I love them. My name is..." The name, however, was missing, as if the writer had been interrupted, their final words swallowed by the sea. Elsie reread the message, her heart pounding in her chest. It was a message from beyond the grave, a final, desperate attempt to connect with the world of the living. But who was this lost soul, and why had their message remained unanswered for so long? The missing name gnawed at her, fueling her need to know more. She felt a strange responsibility to this unknown messenger, a need to fulfill their dying wish. Elsie spent days poring over old newspapers, maritime records, anything that could help her identify the writer of the message. But her search proved fruitless, the ocean holding its secrets close. The message in the bottle became a constant presence in her life, a reminder of the fragility of life and the vastness of the unknown. Outro: these messages in bottles remain unsolved, their origins and true meanings lost to the depths of the ocean. But one thing is certain, they carry with them a darkness that will forever linger in the minds of those who dare to uncover their secrets. The ocean is a vast and mysterious entity, its depths holding countless untold stories. If you enjoyed tonight's chilling tales of messages lost to the sea, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more stories of the strange and unexplained. Until next time, sleep tight and keep a light on.